Hey guys, it's Ashley, and today I'm going to be doing another book haul. Or really, this should really be titled Ashley has too many books and just needs to learn how to haul more often so she doesn't have to show you 20 books at a time. But hey, I mean, if you guys are good with it, I'm good with it. So today I have literally nearly 20 books to show you, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get started before I start rambling on and this video takes too long. So let's go. The first two books I have to show you guys were actually sent to me by the publisher, who is kindly sponsoring this video, and that is the Blowback Trilogy by Brian Meehl. So thank you so much to the Blowback Trilogy for sponsoring this. I first heard about these books on Hannah's channel from A Clockwork Reader, and they sounded really interesting, and then I got an email about them and was like, oh, I'm interested, so I'm gonna take this. And I'm so excited that I did because they just sound so much fun. So if you don't already know, Blowback 07 is the first one and Blowback 63 is the second, and the third book in this trilogy is set to come out next year in 2018. These two books were kind of described to me as this genre-bending twist of historical fiction and fantasy and time travel and all of those things that just make it sound really great. Basically, we followed these two twins, Archie and Iris, who really never got along, and one day they find this musical instrument in their closet that used to belong to their mother that can miraculously transport them back in time. And so they accidentally send their friend Matt back in time to 1907, and then they have to figure out how to get him back. And in the process, they actually learn that they could possibly rescue their mother, who was apparently trapped in time, and they had no idea. So all in all, they just sound really fun, and I love anything with time travel, especially after I read Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I'm just super into it now, so I'm really excited. And I was also sent this pretty nifty hat. On the front, it just says Blowback, and on the back, it says, when the only way back... No, when the only way forward is back. It was something like that. I am not a huge baseball hat person. I have a couple sitting right up there and I just don't wear them. But I have to say though that I do appreciate that this is embroidered and not just printed on the hat, because embroidery just says I put a lot more work into this than I would have if I just printed it, and I really appreciate that. So I'm just super excited for all of this, and I can't wait to read them. The next book that I have to show you is one that was given to me by my best friend Casey, and I forgot to haul it in my last book haul because it was sitting in the other room of my house, but that is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I have yet to read an Adam Silvera book. This was actually the first one that I've ever owned, so I'm super excited for that. I've heard that people just bawl their eyes out, and I don't know if I'm ready or not, but I'm gonna prepare myself anyways because it's gonna happen eventually. All I know about this is that it's about this boy whose boyfriend's or his ex-boyfriend dies, and then he goes to the funeral and meets the ex's boyfriend, and it's like really sad. I'm sorry. It's a little confusing to me, like who's the ex and who's the current, and but I'm just prepared to cry. That's all I have. I'm just prepared to cry. Next up, I have The Dreadful Tale of Prosper Redding by Alexandra Bracken, which I actually just finished yesterday. 5 stars. I'll talk about it more in my wrap-up, but oh my goodness, I was so excited to pick this up. If you don't already know, this is Alex Bracken's first middle grade. It's the first in a series, which I did not know, and it is about this boy named Prosper Redding, whose great-great-great-great-great-grandfather makes a deal with the demon so that their family can be wealthy and fortune and have good luck and things like that, and then one day down the line they break the contract and the demon has come for revenge by possessing the body of this 12-year-old boy named Prosper. It's creepy at the right times, it's cute at the right times, it's super funny, and I just can't wait for the next book. So the next book I have is Seized Today by Pintip Dunn, which was sent to me by Entangled Teen, so thank you so much. This is the third book in the Forget Tomorrow trilogy, and I read Forget Tomorrow a really long time ago. I want to say sometime last year when I was part of a booktube tour, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I have the second book and now I have the third book, so I'm really excited to just go ahead and finish off this series and just see what's gonna happen. From what I remember, this series is about this girl named Callie, or we start with this girl named Callie, and it's kind of like on your 16th or 18th birthday, you are given a glimpse into the future as to what you're going to become, I'm pretty sure. And then, but her future goes haywire and she sees herself kill her little sister, and then she's put into prison and she doesn't understand why she would ever do that, and a lot of things happen from there, and it was really, really good and interesting, and I really liked it, so I'm really excited to see where this is gonna pick up. Next up is All the Crooked Saints by Maggie Stiefvater, which, if you don't know, I was super excited about. This is actually the pre-ordered edition from Fountain Bookstore. I think that's what it's called. So I have a cute little owl doodle in there from her, and also I got a book plate that is signed, but I got 2 book plates for some odd reason. I don't know if that was a mistake or if I was meant to get 2, I don't know. So I will definitely be doing a giveaway for this because I don't need 2. That'll probably happen on my Instagram. It's just easier that way. So yeah, if you don't already follow me there and you want to try for this, definitely go follow me because I'm good. I don't need 2. I'm gonna give it away somewhere. I really know next to nothing about this other than it's about this family in Colorado in 1962 or 3 who can create miracles, or who can do miracles or make miracles or something like that, and it just sounds really awesome, so I'm super excited. Next up is this cute little edition of Sleepy Hollow from Owl Crate in the, what was it, August box maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know what to say for this. I don't know what it's about. I don't know. I've never read it, but it's really pretty, right? Next up I have Alethea by Megan Tennant, which I already have a spoiler-free review up for, so if you're interested, definitely go check that out. I won't say much about this book since I do have that spoiler-free review, but it is a dystopian, and we follow this girl named 736 who is living in this compound, and she has to decide if she's going to kind of break out and fight for her freedom, or if she's just going to keep living the way that she is. And there's a lot more stuff going on beyond that, like a disease that's basically killed the planet, and this creepy prophet guy who's like taking over everything, and it's really good. The plot is really good, so if you're interested, definitely go check out my review. And this was actually sent to me by the publisher too, so thank you so much to Cloud Kitten Publishing and to the author Megan Tennant. So the next book I have to show you is The Apprentice Witch by James Nichol, which was a book I received in an Owl Crate Junior box some months ago. It sounded really cute, and also the cover, like, can we just... yeah. It's kind of about this girl, I'm pretty sure, who flunks her witch's assessment and then is sent to this town because she's never gonna become a real witch, and then these things start happening and she has to figure out what's going on and something like that, and it just sounded really adorable. It's also middle grade, so that makes it even better. Next I have They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, which I actually bought myself. Again, I'm just really prepared to cry because I feel like that's all Adam Silvera is known for, is just making you cry. Essentially, we have these 2 boys and this world that on the day that you're supposed to die, you get a call that they let you know that you're gonna die in 24 hours or something, and then they go onto this app and they find each other, and it's like an app made for people who are going to die, and it's something like that. It sounds really, really interesting and really, really heart-crushing. So I'm just gonna prepare myself right now. Next up, we have The Hearts We Sold by Emily Lloyd-Jones, which was again a book that I received in an Owl Crate box. I kind of already forgot what this story was about, but I'm pretty sure it is about this girl who sells her heart to a demon for something and then meets a boy who also doesn't have a heart, and then they fall in love. Something like that. It's something along those lines. I know she sells her heart to a demon though, so that's the main part of the story we're gonna focus on here. Next up I have Warcross by Marie Lu, which I received in the uppercase box last month, and I'm super, super, super excited to get into this extremely soon because I've heard nothing but good things, and I've been preparing for this for a while. This is my first Marie Lu book I've actually ever owned, and I'm really excited because I've heard amazing things about the Legend trilogy and about what's the next, the Midnight Star? No, that's the 3rd book. It's gonna come, The Young Elites. There it is. This book is kind of like this video game virtual reality world, and this girl is a hacker, and she gets sucked into this thing and then gets hired to be this undercover agent kind of thing. It sounds really, really good. That's just all I'm gonna say. Next I have Before She Ignites by Jodi Meadows. When I got this book in Owl Crate a couple months ago, the one thing that really stuck out to me was that she has some kind of OCD, maybe? Yeah, she counts compulsively and she struggles with crippling anxiety. That's like one of the things that stuck out to me, so I'm really excited for that. And also dragons. Dragons, fantasy, a representation in a fantasy world with dragons. I'm game. So next up is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the new beautiful cover. This is so freaking pretty. I'm just so excited. I don't know what this book is about. It's got like Russian stuff going on and Grisha stuff and magic, and that's literally all I know. The reason that I ended up buying this, besides the beautiful cover, was because I tried reading Six of Crows and I stopped, and still every time I go on my Goodreads page it haunts me. It's just sitting there like, Ashley, you're 12% done. Like, I know. So I'm thinking that if I try starting the Shadow and Bone, you know, Grisha trilogy, that it'll get me into the world, and then that way I'll want to finish Six of Crows maybe. Next up I have No Good Deed by Kara Connolly, which I received in the Unicorn Crate box. The one thing that I remember about this book is that our main character Ellie is training to be into the US Olympic archers team, I think, and all of a sudden she does something and ends up in medieval England, and then becomes like this Robin Hood where she, you know, helps the poor by taking from the rich, I think, something like that. It sounded really interesting, so I'm super excited to pick this one up, especially because, I don't know, the Robin Hood thing is like really calling to me. Next up I have The Ship of the Dead, the third book in the Magnus Chase trilogy by Rick Riordan, which I am also going to get to extremely soon, and I promise I will not put off making a book talk for it. I'm not going to say much about this book because it's the third book, it's the end of the trilogy, but Percy is coming in, and I'm so ready. The next book that I have is Shimmer and Burn by Mary Taranto. I genuinely don't remember what this book is about, but I did receive it in a Whimsify box. This was the book that I already don't think that I really like, because this is the synopsis, this is how it starts. Ferris grew up fighting to survive in the slums of Brindagel while caring for her sister Cadence. But when Cadence is caught trying to flee the kingdom and is sold into slavery, Ferris reluctantly agrees to a lucrative scheme to buy her back, inadvertently binding herself to the power-hungry Princess Bryn, who wants to steal her father's throne. Okay, that was where I stopped, because number one, your sister's caring for you and you're just gonna try to escape and then get sold into slavery. That's just why. So yeah, I'm probably not gonna pick this one up anytime soon, but it'll be there in case I just decide to give it a chance. Next up I have Tower of Dawn by Sarah J Maas, which just released this past month and I received in the Rattle the Stars Whimsify box. I'm super excited to get into this, but first I have to read Empire of Storms, which I'm hopefully going to do soon. I've been really having this urge to get back into the series and read some more Sarah J Maas and just see all of these characters again. So it's becoming that time where I think I'm gonna start it soon. I just have to get with Keely because I've been buddy reading this series with Keely since the beginning of the year, so super excited. For those of you who don't know or just don't follow this series, this book follows Kale as he goes somewhere to do something. And like I said in my unboxing, that's really all I know. My last book that I have that I received from Bookish subscription boxes is from L. Craig Jr., and it is The Explorer by Catherine Rundell. This book actually sounded really, really cool. It's about this kid who always wanted to be an explorer, and he's flying over the Amazon jungle when they crash, and then they have to try to survive and explore, but then they realize that someone has been in the jungle before them, and it sounds really creepy but really cool, and I'm super excited. Getting down to the final two books, the first of which is The Adventurers Guild by Zach Lauren Clark and Nick Eliopolis. I always get that wrong, I'm sorry. I talked about this book in my last wrap-up TBR, and I'm still super excited to read it. It's about these two best friends named Zed and Brock who desperately want to go into these different guilds, which is kind of what this world is based off of, and instead of getting into the like Mages Guild or the Merchants Guild, they get put into the Adventurers Guild, and it's basically this dangerous guild that they try to ward off monsters, and the leader is a little crazy, and it sounds so cute for a middle grade, and I'm so ready. And the final book I have to show you guys in this haul is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green, which, I mean, it was inevitable. I feel like everybody's reading this right now. I hadn't expected to hear the reviews that I was hearing, so now that I know that it's really, really, really good and it's making people cry, it just kind of, you know, moved up my TBR list, and it's like one of the next ones that I'm planning on reading. I genuinely don't know anything about this book. Like, genuinely. I know that we follow a 16-year-old girl, I think, it's a girl, named Aza, and that she and her friend are looking for this missing millionaire, billionaire. I'm just really excited to see what exactly this book is about and why it's making people cry. And so those are all of the books I have to show you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks once again to the Blowback Trilogy for sponsoring this video. I am super excited. I hold so many great books and I just can't wait to start reading them. I am just going to like eat them all up as fast as I can, and I'm so excited. So tell me if you've read any of these books that I've hauled and which one that you think I should get to first, because I do have a couple on my list, but I don't have an order for them, so I'm really interested to see what you guys think. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you later. Goodbye!